Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to overreact to the preseason. We've recorded this video 3 times already, so I'm getting a little bit frustrated, but let's get straight into it.
You gotta calm down, brother.
I know, I actually got really mad earlier.
It's part of the process. So, what we have been trying to say for a while is that the Mavericks are not looking too good. They're on 3, and this lost to Real Madrid.
That's crazy.
It was being hyped up because Luka played for them, so...
He played it like 4 minutes.
Mavericks are non-stop posting about it, which, I mean, it is pretty cool for Luka to be able to go back to his roots. Going back to Mavericks, the team that is currently on, they are not looking too good. And obviously, Kyrie hasn't got a lot of minutes. Luka's only played the first half. But I think some of the problems that have been shown can definitely carry over to the regular season.
I don't know if you can win meaningful playoff games, meaningful games in the regular season with 2 rookies, especially a rookie center. There's a guy who's super young still. There's a guy who's obviously going to get into foul trouble, and we've seen it throughout all these games. He's barely getting minutes because he's just going to foul out. That's normal for a center. And they have Omax Prosper, who started the first game. I'm not sure why he started. I think obviously they should have started Josh Green. I mean, that's a young guy. He's a great defender. But Omax Prosper, I know they're trying to develop him to like their next Dorian Finney-Smith. But it's just that, like, he's not, you know what I'm saying? He's not there yet. He's just not. He's
and it's one of those things that, yeah, Luka's young, but Luka has the potential to become one of the greatest of all time. And he needs to start winning like right now. And if it's not soon, then the conversation on getting traded, of him asking for a trade, is going to start happening.
I think the Mavericks have handled Luka's situation like kind of like the opposite. His career started with him basically getting immediately a star next to him in Porzingis. They already had a good structure around him, and we saw him make the playoffs basically immediately. And then now is when they're going to be like, all right, let's go young. It's like, no, what they should have just done, if they're going to do that, is, as Luka was young, drafting other young guys with him and developing them like that instead of getting a star. And now that Luka, he's gotten to the conference finals, he's won before. Now is when you're going to get him young guys to pair with. I just think that's weird.
There's a lot of uncertainty on the team. Last year, before they got Kyrie, like we had so many times, it wasn't because of Kyrie, but they were like the 4th seed, and ever since, everything just has gone downhill. I believe that they are gonna be able to make the playoffs because I don't think Luka and Kyrie are gonna let that happen. I don't really see them having a real shot at contending against the other teams.
They just don't, not this year at least. They're waiting for these other players to develop, and it's like, are you really gonna do that to Kyrie, for example? I think for them to actually be true contenders, like, I think you're gonna need them 2-3 years to contend.
Yeah,
exactly. And then Kyrie's just gonna get worse. Lou's gonna grow more frustrated. It's like, do you really want that?
You don't.
But, no, you don't. So, and another team that I guess we could talk about a little bit is the Timberwolves. They've looked really good. Ant has played really good. Not much to say, but Rudy's also looked good.
Yeah. I think the Timberwolves, another year of having the score that pretty much brought back everybody. Yeah. Everybody as a main player. I think they're definitely going to make the playoffs. I think that this year they have a chance of being a top 6 seed. You know, I'd say it's only going to get better. Conti Towns is going to be Conti Towns. He is at this point. Jaden McDaniels is a very good defender that's going to be in the running for all defensive this year.
The guy that I really want to mention real quick, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I feel like he's found a nice little role with that team. And now the team that we've been trying to talk about is the Lakers. The first game we lost, but it wasn't really due to anything, any actual reason. It was just that obviously the Lakers bench was going up against basically like rotation players for the Warriors and Kuminga and stuff. Lakers look great. They're shooting the three ball really, really well. I think 45% the first game and 36% the second game. They're taking a lot of shots, 55 threes this previous game. AD is looking confident with his shot. Darvin Ham was saying that he wants him to shoot 6 threes a game. I don't know if he's gonna get there, but
biggest thing for me has been AD shooting a 3. That's something that we really, really wanted, and we're sad that he lost that after 2020. But if AD shooting that 3, then our prediction of him having a chance to win MVP definitely has a bigger chance. He's gonna be able to just be a power forward that he's always wanted to be. We're going to see more Pelicans AD coming back. One thing that's super clear is that the Lakers have a lot of depth. We're watching the game against the Nets, and I'm just looking at the team, but you have Gabe Benson, Christian Wood, Jackson Hayes, and Prince. All of them have really looked bad. Obviously, Cam Reddish, we're not even going to count him. He's not even supposed to be part of the rotation. Max Christie, we saw against the Warriors, 17 points. We see Jackson Hayes, who's somebody a lot of people slept on. He has showed a lot of energy, a lot of promise. Christian Wood, even though he hasn't been perfect, and he's still trying to find his role, we have seen flashes. We have seen flashes of him being able to fit together good with LeBron and AD together. A lot of people have been saying that LeBron shouldn't play small forwards. I disagree with most small forwards are not that hard to guard. We're just very excited about this team. I don't want to keep rambling because obviously we could talk about the Lakers for like a whole hour.
Yeah, definitely. We also got to talk about the Warriors. Chris Paul, what do you think about that?
And Chris Paul, he looked pretty solid, you know.
Look, something I do want to say. I think with Chris Paul, something I'm going to say, look, the offense is going to look good. I promise you the offense is going to be good because that's a cerebral player that you're going to bring into that team, and especially now with Draymond out. The offense is not the problem. The problem is going to be the defense. having two smaller guards right there. Steph Curry's a guy that he's never been known as a good defender. He's a better defender than most people give him credit for, but now he's going to be guarding up position. Chris Paul, he's always been a good defender, but he's obviously older now. He's not the defender that he used to be. You guys got like Andrew Wiggins, Klay Thompson apparently is going to start guarding power forward, stuff like that. It's just
he shouldn't because he's not as good at defense as he used to be.
Yeah, definitely not.
And even then, he should have got a power forward.
Yeah. I'm not really sure how that team's going to look defensively, but someone that I do want to give a shout out to is Kuminga. Kuminga played really, really good against the Lakers. I don't know if he's going to be able to continue that. If Kuminga is able to develop into the player that they need him to, I think the Warriors can actually be dangerous, and that's kind of like what we're afraid of. So hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he stays a bust.
You just can't count them out, and it sucks. It's scary. It's very scary. If they're able to make it work with this team, then there's something weird going on in Golden State. And we have to give them credit as one of the best dynasties of all time. Bro.
We haven't really seen Dame and Giannis play together. That kind of sucks a little bit. I'm not really sure why. I think it's because Dame's like tired or something. Like Baychomp has looked good. So shout out to him. A lot of Bucks fans are really, really happy with him and really, really looking forward to seeing him play. So that's a guy that we definitely want to shout out.
Super like comment about Memphis. It was good to see Derrick Rose getting minutes. I don't know why with the Knicks they just like sat him down. Because that's his boy Tom Thibodeau.
Next, let's talk a little bit about the Celtics. Now they got two new, basically stars in Porzingis and Jrue Holiday. Porzingis looked phenomenal, bro. What a nice fit he already looks. He looked great, bro. He looked like Nick Porzingis.
That boy was crossing over at Daniel House, dunking on the alley-oop on people. I've always been a big fan of Porzingis. When it didn't work out with the Mavs, I was a bit sad because to me, when I first saw it, I was like, wow, that's perfect. It should have been, but if he can stay healthy, man, the Celtics sitting is insane.
I saw a report that Jrue Holiday might come off the bench like in the regular season, and that's kind of wild to me. Like, I think they like promised Derrick White a starting spot and stuff, but I'm just like, bro, I think.
No, but Derrick White should be able to understand.
Yeah, it's like, come on, dog. If I'm Jrue Holiday, like I know I want to win, but like, do I?
I just averaged 20 points per game last year. I was the second best player on that team that was 60 games.
I guess we also got to talk about the Suns. They look super good too. When the big three played together, they all look really good. Nurkic, he's taking a lot of threes. I saw that he took three threes last game. He did not make a single one. 104 classic Nurkic. Just a very bad center. I think he's extremely overrated. If any Suns fan thinks that he's good, then you are wrong. You did not watch him last year at all. A lot of people mention how bad he truly is. And I think that's a complete downgrade.
For the Suns, they were just looking kind of like we were expected. Isolations.
A lot of iso ball.
Pretty much taking turns. I don't know how they're going to fit together in the sense of I don't know if we're going to see a lot of plays of them working together. I think it really is just going to be like, oh, you're
so weird. Frank Vogel, that's a weird coach to have for that team. I hope he keeps his job because we're big Frank Vogel fans. I just don't think he's the right coach for this team. When they first hired him, we were happy. But that's still when they had DeAndre Ayton. That's before they had Bradley Beal. What I thought they were going to do is like we were going to build around Booker and KD, just get them 3-and-D defenders around them. Kind of like a Frank Vogel system, two stars and obviously good defenders and a good center. But they just didn't do that. They got 3 stars, 3 offensive weapons, and they traded away DeAndre Ayton for a worse defender.
Might just be thinking, oh, okay, so we have the offense. Let's see if Frank Vogel can somehow put the defense together.
But it's just like the offense is never going to be as good as it can be because of Frank Vogel. I just don't think he's the right coach for this. His offensive schemes are very, very simple. I mean, we know this.
With KD on the Nets, him and Kyrie would always be like, oh, we don't need a coach. We have the offense coming.
And definitely didn't have a coach with Steve Nash. So.
Yeah. So now what we got to talk about is how we got Clash with the Titans. Wemby and Shen Hungry, they had a game, and it was fire. It was fire to watch. They really were looking like 2 unicorns, 2K creative players going at each other. That one play that Wemby Rose spun off Shen Hungry and like hit a layup looking like Kyrie. I was like, oh my goodness. I always had a feeling, and obviously it's too early to fully confident say that it's going to work out, that this was finally going to be the 7-footer that was actually going to be good. Because we have seen that in the past. But it might finally be that one that works out. And the fact that he can shoot, the fact that he can drive in, dribble a little bit, the fact that he's so good on defense. Some people have said that even if his offense doesn't work out, his team is going to keep him in the league. It's still going to make him a valuable player.
Chet's another guy that looked great. He looked extremely efficient. Offensively, they looked incredible. They looked like they've been there for a minute. Obviously, I think both of them, they're unique because obviously Victor played professional basketball for years, and then obviously Chet had all last year, actually looking at NBA defenses, being able to actually be part of a team. So both of them kind of are coming into the league already kind of knowing. So it's going to be a great battle to see for years to come. I think that's going to be like kind of like a, hopefully, maybe like a Magic and Bird type thing. People are saying that, so hopefully it can develop into something cool like that.
I want the Thunder, bro. If this guy's that good, the Thunder are going to be dangerous already this year, not even in the future. They're starting to get to the point that we got to talk about them in the present. Which, shout out to Thunder for doing one of the best rebuilding jobs out of nowhere.
And the last thing that we got to mention is the Miami Heat. I know obviously we left off a lot of teams.
But we can't talk about everybody. Yeah. But I watched the Heat game yesterday, and A few things that stood out. Thomas Bryant. He was looking at the Lakers, Thomas Bryant, when they were going on that run. I'm glad that he went to our team because him and the Nuggets didn't make sense.
It didn't.
He was getting 0 minutes.
Whatever, that's a champion, so it's not.
Yeah. He got a championship, I guess. But yeah, Thomas Bryant coming off the bench, the Heat don't have a lot of offensive players, so they're gonna rely on him a lot on the low. He was shooting, he was finishing really good on the rim.
Yeah, he's playing like himself. Like, yeah, like you said, the Lakers, Thomas Bryant. So
and then Tyler Hero also playing like himself, taking a lot of shots. He had this one play, he almost had a crazy poster on the fast break. Super on top of it, but I like his look. I like the headband. I like the hair he has. No, but he's just a cool style. I think we're gonna see a new Tyler Hero this year. Yeah, Jaime was looking good. Butler has been praising him a lot because
that's calling him the Mexican Jimmy Butler.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
He's one of those guys that's coming in not looking like a rookie. I think he's gonna actually get a good amount of minutes for the Heat.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be good. He's just a solid player. He's like he's a small forward. I'm glad they drafted a big wing because I think they've been needing that. They have like a bunch of guards on the team. He's definitely looked good. I mean, I like what I've seen from him.
And then I want to see a bit more from Jovic. You know, because he obviously played good in FIFA, but this game he barely got minutes. I'm not convinced yet. I'm hearing a lot of Heat fans are very high on him, but I'm not there yet. I gotta see him actually play good on the court in the NBA. FIFA, I mean, not to discredit him, but I gotta see him play good with the Heat.
And someone that I gotta mention is our boy, Cole Swider.
Cole Swider pulled up, looking like Duncan Robinson when Duncan Robinson was not hitting a single shot.
That was a guy that I was really high on when he was with the Lakers, especially in the G League. He played great. He shot 40% from three. He couldn't develop the way that we thought he could, just in the fact that, first of all, he was injured his rookie season. But I think with Cole Swider, that's just the perfect Miami Heat player. With the Lakers, you don't really need shooters like that, and we saw a guy like Malik Beasley struggle, a movement shooter, a guy that you got to run plays for in order to really get the best of him. You're just not gonna get that with the Lakers offense, but with the Heat, that's exactly what they thrive on, and you see that with Duncan Robinson. Cole Swider, I think you're definitely gonna see that from him.
But I mean, that's pretty much it. Obviously, there's a few more things that we could talk about, but not much else is happening in the preseason so far. There's still some more preseason games to come, but at this point, I just want to get to regular season. I want to get to games that count. I'm very excited.
So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and comment down your thoughts on the preseason so far. Peace out.
Peace out.